This is Boyle and Beard. I'm Boyle. This is the Beard. How you doing tonight?
Not too bad. Finally got the baby girl down to bed, so ready to rip it.
Oh yeah, here in 15 minutes she'll start to stir a little bit. So we may see what's going on.
I think she's good.
Look what the cat drugging. Look what the cat drug in today. We got BmoreBoy back in action. Maybe a little bit more optimistic about the season.
This is our year.
After these past couple weeks since we last saw him. What are you
Most
thinking?
excellent. Everything's going perfectly to plan.
Right.
We're getting there.
Yeah, a couple. The one big move with Odell Beckham. Let's get an outside perspective. First off, B. What do you think about the Odell Beckham move? What are you thinking here?
I mean, they more so did it to make Lamar happy. Obviously, Lamar isn't happy with his contract. Asked for a trade. Doesn't look like anything's out there that's worthwhile for other teams to trade. Or obviously, the Ravens don't see a trade that's the teams are offering that's worthwhile. Obviously, you're going to want a couple first rounders or impact players or whatnot. So trying to keep Lamar happy. Hopefully something changes in the contract scenario where he's like, okay, they're willing to go out and get guys that I asked for to keep me happy. But 18 million, 15 guaranteed, can make up to 18. Not really where I think anybody thought he was going. That's good for them. That's good for them, I guess. I was in more the 4 to 7 range per year. Because dude's playing off.
Fair. That's a dynasty tax for the Chiefs, though, correct?
Yeah, but
yeah,
I think a lot of the you listen to some of the news out there, kind of the underground talkings and stuff. It's a lot of teams were thinking he wasn't going to get more than 10. So anything under 10, I think 9 was the max everyone was looking for. But and he's saying he's wanting to win championships and he's playing for championships. Like Baltimore is definitely in that category of good playoff team. Could possibly pull some off this year, but he definitely went for the money. He's just blowing smoke out of everyone's ass, whatever, saying he wants to win championships and it's not for the money, which is complete BS because he wouldn't have gone for 15 million guaranteed. Hasn't played in 2 years. 2 ACL surgeries on the same knee. I just don't feel like that's where the Ravens should have gone. I mean, everyone always talks about. I mean, they needed to do something, but everyone always talks about their wide receiver core being questionable at best. But that's not their game plan. The game plan is the option and Mark Andrews. That's what their offense built for. So I don't know how much this changes their outlook on the season. I'm putting him at 40 to 60 catches. I put him under 5 touchdowns, 600 to 800 yard range, somewhere in there. I don't think that's worth a guy to pay 15 million, but hey, you do you. So that's my opinion on it.
And I think if he gets that,
more to keep Lamar happy.
If he gets that stat line, like you're saying, I think he will end up making another 1.5 million. The 60 catches mark, I think, is a million. 5 touchdowns, I think, is another 600,000, something like that. Money. But if it keeps Lamar around, if it keeps him happy, even as a Baltimore fan, are you this or not?
There may not be some verbiage out there that I threw out on the great OBJ. May not have been in his favor, but at this point, I'm all in on the OBJ train. No, definitely overpaid for sure. How much of that was for to keep Lamar, or maybe to get him to come around? Remains to be seen. Still haven't made much progress there. But we'll see how it works out. The knee's the best it's ever felt. I don't know. I hope it is, but you just never know with that guy, honestly. So I just wish we'd keep quiet till the season starts, and maybe he'll prove some people wrong, like the beard. He'll go for 1,000 yards. I don't know. Big changes all the way across. Roman's gone, so the monk is supposed to be kind of dink and dump, get guys open. A lot of fluid, motion. Hopefully, a little more creative offense to. Hopefully, it's Lamar throwing it around to everybody. But yeah, I think we still have some work to be done. The D-Hop talks aren't totally as far-fetched. There's a lot of, Pac-Man Jones had some things to say. He thinks that there's a shot that could still happen. The money's got to get sorted out.
Yeah, you
and
guys
if they can,
zero.
if they can sign a deal to Lamar, they can, restructure and push that money down the road, and give us more funds to play with right now. But at the moment, we're kind of at a standstill. So hopefully we draft someone.
Yeah.
I don't know. There was talks actually before the OBJ thing. Just figured this out today, but we were actually trying to get Cortland Sutton, if that's better or worse than OBJ. I don't know for sure, but I think the Broncos ended up pulling the plug and didn't want to deal him. But we were pursuing that pretty heavily.
Younger and cheaper, so I was
Yeah.
going that route. But
Yeah.
I guess that's my. I guess that was my other question. Has any wide receiver had a 1,000-yard season since Lamar's been quarterback?
Marquise Brown had a 1,000-yard season.
Okay, that was the only one popping up in my head was Hollywood.
Yeah, other than that, I don't think anybody's been close.
Yeah, so I'll take the under on that. If you want to throw a little wager down on that one, fully game for that one.
I was ready for some bold predictions. Get on the record here, but I might keep them. I'm not ready to, throw some cash out, but I don't know. I got a lot of faith in Monken, and I just hope that, however it plays out, hopefully it's Lamar, but get one more weapon maybe. Hopefully we draft one, or, some other crazy stuff happens. But if it ends up being Lamar, D-Hop, OBJ, Mark Andrews, Duvernay, hey, man, I'm just saying, if it ends up happening.
Bateman has to be above there over Duvernay, right?
Yeah, I forgot about Bateman. That's bad, but yeah, definitely.
Can he though?
Best
availability
and then
availability.
Yeah,
Bateman's made of glass.
Yeah. Well, new training staff. Hopefully
we solved a lot of problems.
I totally forgot you had a new offensive coordinator, so that might change some things. I was basing OBJ's production off Roman's.
Yeah,
the offense that they've ran the last 4 or 5 years. So
yeah,
I totally forgot you had a new offensive coordinator. Some things might change, but again, he was winning. What's his win percentage during the regular season? 70, 80, something like that.
Yeah, and it was definitely working.
I don't think they changed too much. You got to keep going with what's been winning you the last 3 or 4 years. But I do think they'll throw a lot more. Not a lot more, but I think they'll throw more than what we've seen in the last couple of years with the new offensive coordinator for sure, especially with OBJ actually being even with one leg being a better receiver than you've had than the last 4 or 5 years. So
yeah,
it'll be interesting
for sure.
He's got good hands. I see you're rocking the Ravens sweatshirt today. A little bit of a change. You gave us the rope-a-dope here last time. That Chiefs sweater that you were wearing that night fit pretty well. So I think you do have a nice backup just in case. Personally, I'm rocking the all black Travis Kelce, preparing for the NFL's funeral, presiding Father Patrick presiding over that. He's Chiefs are going to take everyone down this year, so be ready. D-Hop, you throw in OBJ, Mark Andrews, put in Isaiah Likely. Run those 13 sets.
Hey, that's a secret weapon. Keep that on the down low. Don't want defensive coordinators knowing who he is.
Likely is good. Hey, I think he has a chance to become some decent.
Yeah.
We'll see. I mean, some other big news just happening here these past couple days. The East getting a little bit more strength. Aaron Rodgers. What do you guys think about that? Whitey going to Aaron Rodgers trade. What do you think?
What's up?
Aaron Rodgers trade.
Well,
Oh, sorry,
what
cut out there. Yeah, yeah, big news for sure. I don't know. He'll have a lot of weapons, so Garrett Wilson should have a massive season. Just could do, I don't know, Jefferson numbers possibly. I don't know how much they're going to feed him, but 1,500 yards plus I think is reasonable to suspect from him with a legitimate quarterback, considering what he did last year with
Muppets,
the carousel of nonsense that they were dealing with. But
sorry, I was going to throw out there, is Nathaniel Hackett the OC now?
Yep.
Is he?
I think that's another reason why Rodgers went there.
Oh, that's right, because he was there before in Green Bay.
Before he went to Denver and blew at Denver.
Yeah.
So he's got his main offensive coordinator back, so kind of run the same system they ran in Green Bay, I would assume. Got your boy Lazard back as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be interesting.
Loaded.
Yeah.
Brees Hall coming.
Did they get Hardman too? Was that the other guy they got?
We got McCole Hardman.
Okay, yeah.
Who's their three,
though? $2 million. Lazard.
I mean, they got Wilson, McCole, Lazard.
Who's their three?
McCole, Lazard,
and Corey Davis.
And Corey Davis, okay. Because they traded Elijah Moore to get the second-round pick from Cleveland that they traded to the Jets as well. So, yeah, it'll be interesting.
And that's a condition.
What?
That
if the second round?
Next year's.
So.
Yeah. Next year's is conditional.
Next year's is conditional. Okay. If he plays like 65% of the snaps, he gets first-round pick off that.
He should play more than that.
I mean, Jets pretty much selling for the next 2 years.
Yep.
I mean, that's the kind of their window currently with not having a quarterback, and you're not going to throw Zach Wilson out there trying to hope that you can win something.
Maybe you can learn something.
So you pretty much sold the farm. You sold the farm for 2 years if Rodgers can play 2 more. And you got all your – I mean, the Jets' stars are 22, 23. You got Sauce, Garrett Wilson, Brees Hall. Like, all your stars are under 25. A couple O-linemen that are 25, 26 that were studs last first-round draft picks the last couple of years. Becton, Elijah Vera Tucker. I think they go O-line again this year I
think you have to.
I think they go tackle again this year and either get Aaron Rodgers a stud blindside or right tackle, depending on where they decide to play Becton. But got the weapons to do some work. We'll see how it goes. My opinion, I think if we're going off standings and records and whatnot, I think the Jets are going to be the number 2 out of the East. I think the Dolphins are going to be the 1.
Okay.
I just think
that's vision.
I think Buffalo's window's kind of closed. Not closed, but the door's cracked.
It's shutting.
They don't really Allen. I mean, they've had the same team. Josh Allen's Josh Allen. He's going to put up numbers, and they're going to have probably double-digit wins or close to, but those safeties are getting old. Hyde and Poyer, they're getting old. Tre'Davious White's getting old. They don't really have a defensive pressure. I hate to say that
should be back.
I hate to say Buffalo's the 3rd out of the East, just from what we've seen the last couple of years, until someone knocks them off. But just the roster moves that have been made this offseason, I think Miami's 1, Jets are 2, and Buffalo's 3. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's all contingent on whether or not Tua stays healthy.
Yeah. Assuming he's good to go.
Fair, but you have one of the best corners that they just traded for a 3rd-round pick, so
doesn't hurt.
And you questionably have two top 10 wide receivers. If Tua stays healthy, I mean, they're a playoff team when Tua missed like 4 or 5 games this year. If Tua's healthy, they're in the 3 to 4 seed range and winning that division, in my opinion. We'll see.
Yeah, I think you had Jalen Waddle had over 1,000 yards. You had Tyreek that had like 1,700 or something like that. I mean, they still Tyreek got. I mean, he got targets whether or not Tua didn't necessarily get as many when Tua wasn't in.
Yeah.
But I mean, they brought back. I guess they aren't necessarily going to be able to get anyone in the first round. They had to forfeit their pick for tampering, but I don't know. I mean, they could still do some damage. We'll see. I tend to agree. To be fair, I think Bills are in the third spot. But honestly, I think Jets took the number 1 spot in the AFC East with that move. Their defense was so nice last year. The top 5, top 10 defense. You got Sauce Gardner, who just didn't get thrown to the nut on the corner. Brees Hall, I think Brees Hall is going to come back. ACL sucks to get over, to be fair, but I think he'll get through it. And then I mean, Garrett Wilson had over 1,000 with a bunch of fools running the show. So yeah, I don't know what's going on. How things change up with Hackett being the OC, but like I said before, I still think that you do have 3 teams coming out of the AFC East. And that means that Whitey's Ravens are
winning the division.
Outside looking in, to be fair. Division, okay. Well, I don't know about that. What other news? I think we had CJ's stock is plummeting. He turns out to be the 5.
The other.
What you got, Brian?
I was going to say, the other biggest news that we received, probably bigger news than Aaron Rodgers, is Blaine Gabbert being the backup for the Chiefs.
Right. That's right. You get another veteran.
That is you get an MVP caliber. I'm just kidding. That was just for bands, boys. Come on. No,
to be fair, he was around.
around
Tom Brady for a little bit of time.
Yeah, he's learned from the GOAT. Going to be behind the potential new GOAT when it's all said and done. We'll see how that pans out in the next 10, 12 years. Solid move, in my opinion. I don't think they felt comfortable with Buechel. I didn't feel comfortable with going into the season with Buechel. That's just me personally, but
no offense, Shane.
Yeah, I saw something the other day. Andy Reid's first game as a Chief head coach was versus the Jaguars, and guess who the 2 quarterbacks that played in that game versus the Jaguars?
Blaine Gabbert
and
Chad Henne.
There you go. So, kind of just a random stat that someone threw out there that I saw online, but
Destiny.
He's gotten starting experience for the first couple of years of his career. Granted, it wasn't great, but he's been behind the GOAT, and now he's behind Mahomes. So I think that was the best move possible. I think I was in the boat of give me like a Brissett or Baker originally, but those guys were way too priced out for my liking. So I like the move.
Yeah, it's good value, I think, for sure. Does the job.
Didn't spin the bank on them, but obviously I think we need something better than Buechel just in case something happens to Mahomes. So we'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely get quite a few years under your belt. Learn, you've honed your trade under or behind Tom Brady. And I think that's what you saw with Chad Henne. To be fair, He doesn't go 98 yards. With the help of Pacheco, good man. But he doesn't go 98 yards. I don't know. Tides may have turned in that Jaguars games.
Yeah, for sure.
Going back to the Ravens. Ravens got 5 picks in this draft. Adam, what are you looking for?
Yeah, a little short.
22nd pick overall, I think is the first one.
Yeah, a little short-handed here on the pick situation. Usually try to
What
do pretty
round
well
you
there.
got?
First, I want to say I don't think we have a second, third, fifth, and a sixth or something like that. I don't think we have a second round pick because we gave up that for Roquan.
Gotcha.
But yeah, should be able to. They usually make do pretty well. And then upstairs usually get the job done. I think I some stat. It was like since 2000, the Ravens have drafted like the second most first team All Pros, like with 16 of them. Patriots had like 17.
Definitely good.
So they know what they're doing. We just need to make the picks count. We usually, wide receiver, edge, probably corner needs to be a priority. It just depends who falls there. We'll take the best player available.
For sure.
It's usually the strategy. So
they haven't re-signed Peters, right?
No, nothing on the Peters front. He's probably out, I imagine, unless he takes like a team-friendly deal if he doesn't find anywhere else.
Who would be your number 2 corner?
I don't even know. We just re-signed a couple practice squad type guys.
Gotcha.
Probably, I couldn't even tell you who would be.
Stone?
I think he's on. He might be. He plays safety, but
most of the time.
Yeah, I think he may have got dealt. But yeah, hopefully somebody falls to us. I don't know. Got a lot of options. Wide receiver is pretty nice, and then I imagine we should be able to get. I wouldn't mind getting another receiver, even though we have Odell. Just totally load up and do some crazy stuff.
Yep.
But yeah, I think it's Brandon Stevens. He's kind of a bigger body guy, but secondary, if we can sure that up, it'd be pretty sweet.
Yep.
But yeah, it's kind of, like I said, depends how the chips fall, and we'll get who we can there.
22nd, 86th. What is that? Third round pick. 24 is fifth. 157 and 199.
Yeah.
So, you got a few, to be fair.
Could move back.
Might make some trades. I think he
wouldn't be opposed to doing something crazy. Should be a fun night.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Also, just catch us here.
I know we're gonna have a
live.
Good call.
Thursday, us three will add our Eagles brother Paul Hanna Taylor, the other brother of Adam, and then the other brother of Adam and Taylor, Gibb. He was in our previous episode on Easter. And then our good old buddy Cranch is coming back for another go round. So we'll have 3 Chiefs, a Ravens, an Eagles, and a Bucks fan. So tune in Thursday. Obviously, draft starts at 7. We'll try and be on a little before that to make sure everything's working okay live-wise. But tune in 2 days from now.
6 super intelligent individuals.
Yeah.
Don't miss it.
Subjective. We'll see. Have you guys been? Have you guys seen the hangar that they built down by Union Station?
Oh yeah,
thing is
it's
massive.
It's coming along.
Well, they're talking about being the most people to ever attend a draft in their entire history. They're projecting 300,000. So we'll see about that. My wife went down there earlier this weekend to a World War I museum, which is right next to where the draft's being held. Toilet-wise, looking a little sketch. They did go the porta potty route, and we'll see how that pans out. I don't know. It looked very weird. Yeah, just not a fan of that situation, but we'll see how that goes. Got to do something, right? There's going to be, if there's 300,000 people there, you got to have something.
Yeah, it's like 1/7 of the metro area. Seemingly every town exit is blocked off. For some reason, we have seemingly traffic all over the KC area. I don't know to do it around this. And then I've been to the airport a couple times since I don't know if they've got that honed in yet.
Yeah, definitely not.
The pickup line is backed up a long ways, even pretty early in the morning. I've been there at 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning, and it must be a mile. So, they got like 2 days to fix that. If so, I hope they get that sorted, man.
Yeah, no, I don't think that's going to happen.
Casey's got so much to offer, though. You got good barbecue, you got good folks, you got good beer.
We're on the up and up with
know,
all
what
the
more could you ask for?
renovations we're having to the city. So
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
Now, I know we want to do a bit of a mock draft going on, just individualized teams. Brian and I will do the Chiefs. Ravens are going to be going. Do you guys have everything sorted and set up, ready to go?
Ready to roll.
let
All
me
right.
go back over there. I'm ready to roll.
All right, we're gonna start with Adam. Adam's gonna have the first spot here. So old depth chart, checking it out, seeing what he the old Ravens squad here. Yeah, go ahead and hit that.
Best player on the squad,
draft.
Justin Tucker for sure.
You're
Yeah,
wrong.
100%. Sorry.
The leg.
Dude's got a leg. Yeah, so we'll go Brian and then myself. I have infinite more wisdom than myself, so let's just put me at the ends, take me out back. So, Adam, what are we gonna start off with? Hit that
start draft.
Hit that start draft. Let's get rolling.
All right,
Yeah,
so we get.
and let's see.
Oh man, no! Wow, what just happened? That's crazy. All right, so I'm looking at.
See what went down.
Are you guys seeing
Yeah.
what I'm seeing? Is that
Yep.
what you cut up?
Young,
Okay.
Stroud, Carter,
Yeah.
Levis, Anderson.
Yeah.
Anderson, Witherspoon, Gonzalez.
Roderick Jones. Okay. JSN went
Yeah.
to Tennessee.
JSN to Tennessee.
I don't know.
Anthony Richardson to the Packers. What's going on here?
I have the love for
Rip
love.
Did you
apparently.
mess with this?
Rip Love.
Did you mess?
No. Rip Love on that one. That's interesting.
Okay, well,
Joey
we have to go with
Porter.
what we got, to be fair. So,
Dang, I was kind of hoping Banks would fall to me or get that Maryland boy. He looks pretty nice. Quentin Johnson. I like the big body. We've been missing that since Anquan, but since don't need a tight end, it's going to be Jordan Addison for sure. Well, I guess Emmanuel Forbes is a close second. Dude had like 6 pick sixes, I think. So definitely good on the ball. Shoot, it's a tough spot. I think I'm going to help our boy Lamar out. We'll roll with Mr. Addison here.
All right, so now we're going to switch over to the Beards draft here real quick. We're going to slip that out. B,
Oh
go ahead
boy.
and start us off. See what you got.
I want to go back and make sure. I don't know if I'm doing all 7 rounds. I only have
you just
2
hit
on
settings
there.
real quick.
Yeah, let me change that real quick.
Hit settings real quick. You should be able to do it.
There we go. Adam, change yours as well. I think you just got graded for the first round.
Yeah, mine was messed up, so I'll fix that.
But good. We can.
Are we good? Do I need to change any of this stuff on the right? Position value.
No, we're good for. No.
So I got all 7 picks then.
Yep.
There we go. Yep. Okay, fixed it. Okay, let's see what we got. Something a little different than me and Adam. Anthony Richardson went forward to the Colts. Young, Stroud, Anderson. Richardson, Carter, Witherspoon, Levis to the Raiders, Tyree Wilson. By the way, those first like 10 picks are close to what I picked last week, besides Richardson to the Colts. Pretty happy with that. Bijan 11 to Tennessee. Don't know about that one.
Hmm.
Don't
Wow.
think
Unless they're
so.
planning on trading Henry, which I don't think is going to happen. But JSN to
I don't
Green
think
Bay.
either.
They have a lot of needs. Nolan Smith, Van Ness, Ronald Wright, Broderick Jones, Devontae Banks, Joey Porter Jr., Miles Murphy, Michael Mayer, Dalton Kincaid, back-to-back tight ends there. Guard to the Cowboys, safety to the Bills, Anton Harrison, Zay Flowers, Maisie Smith to the Eagles. Let's see what I'm working with. Elijah Cansey dropping very heavy. Oh, 100%. That is what that's what I'm gonna go with. I just wanted to see how he dropped there and where we're Brian
Where we're at.
Breesy dropping heavy as well. But potential Aaron Donald 2.0 or
He's so
1.0 to pair him with Chris Jones if he falls that far, absolutely take that.
Yeah. All right.
Not a bad snag.
What you got, Smith?
We'll see. We'll see what I'm working with. So, Bryce Young, Stroud, Will Anderson, Richard. I think it's pretty run of the mill stuff. I can't see the Patriots picking a wide receiver. They're going to do that. Bijan Robinson, I don't know if they go to Washington.
That's
They already have
Michael
two guys
Mayer.
there.
Michael
What's going
Mayer
on
to the
here?
Ravens?
Who's running that?
Andrew's
Man,
replacement.
Get out.
We got likely already, baby. What's going on here? Who's running? Who's sabotaging my team over there? Partner?
Gosh, I don't know. Say Flowers to the Colts or to the Bills.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I can't imagine.
Brian Breesy to
Can't imagine we pass on.
Where did
Bengals.
Cansey go in
Say
yours,
Flowers.
Smith?
20. So they picked up Jalen Carter and
No.
I don't know about that.
Seahawks run D was atrocious up the gut last year, so that's not surprising. But I still feel like they go edge on one of those picks.
But they go both? I don't know.
No, they go edge and interior.
DT,
for sure.
yeah.
Uh,
Daniel Forbes, my boy.
Quinn just missing
Yeah.
the Chiefs there.
that's okay.
Eagles, that's interesting.
DeWander or man, I like
You go
Smith,
offense or defense here.
Okay. We'll skip back down to Adam here real quick. Do we got a little bit of a change up going on?
All
Or
right.
into round
So he
3?
doesn't have any Ravens.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I zoomed. We zoomed down here pretty quick, but I'll do a quick recap here. So yeah,
Chiefs going guard there in his,
yeah, we got some.
which is surprising because our two guards are set for the next 3 years.
Yeah, Osiris Torrance. Yeah, could have had your boy Breesy.
Yeah.
Or McDonald. Yeah. Interesting. But yeah, way down yonder here in the third round, we got a couple corners fell to us at least. So looking at these guys quickly, I pulled this up a second ago, but we'll just show what we're looking at.
He had a good year this year.
Yeah, he did.
But
little
he's
short.
only 5'7", very small.
Yeah, 5'8", a little on the short side. And then this dude, Corey Trice. Yeah, I'm not sure if this was to pan out this way, what we'd do. looks like a little bit of a reach, possibly for this guy, but for
I
sake
mean,
of,
he's ranked 69, getting him at 86.
I'm talking about this guy right here,
Oh yeah,
Mr.
that's a
Trice.
reach.
But
Yeah.
this dude, yeah, I'd like to, yeah, that would
The
be
reason why I say he had a good year is because obviously we're in the Midwest and I'm a K State fan, so I
saw
mainly
a lot of
watch
them.
Big 12 football. I'll occasionally watch the SEC for the night games, the big games, but saw a lot of him. He had a very good year. But
Just absolutely dominating the Wildcats.
didn't dominate him in the Big 12 championship game, but yeah.
That's fair. That's fair. All right, I will pick that Horn Frog guy up, and we'll let you guys get back to some,
All right.
hopefully, some good picks.
So should
All
I
right,
do
B.
two here,
What do
Smith?
you got?
Yeah, do a couple because I'm down in the
Yeah.
fifth, I think now.
Okay. Kind of just
Yeah.
want to see what we're going through here from the first round. So Breezy, Sanders, McDonald, Daiwand, Jack Campbell, Ringo, Darnell Washington, El-Jari, Hinder Hooker, Felix, and Udike Uzama falling to 53. That's a surprise. K-Stater guy that was projected. And then Julius Brents is rising K-State wise corner, 6'4" guy.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about
He is
that guy.
huge.
He's huge.
Seems like he's
I
zooming
mean,
up a bit.
Big.
he's he had a great year last year, and he's been moving up the draft boards. Originally, when he declared, they were 5th round for him, but lately I've been seeing him in the 2nd, 3rd round. So that's kind of
Cool for K-State.
if he fell there to a couple more picks, I might have taken him, but I don't think the Chiefs need a corner. I'm basing my draft off needs and kind of instead of doing best available. That's just kind of how I decide to do my drafts, I guess. So corner, don't need a running back this early. Edge, center, corner. Yeah, not really anything I'm seeing that's great down here going down. I do like Dell. I've been seeing a lot of stuff on him last couple weeks. He's been mocked to the Chiefs 2nd, 3rd round the last
5'8".
Yeah.
Fits the mold.
Don't want to get another short, small guy,
Andy
but at the
Reid
same
has a type.
time, where we're at, there's nothing really. I feel like we'd be reaching, going somewhere else. Rasheed Rice was another one that I saw, but how tall is he? 6'1". Okay. I might go him then, just because I feel like the Chiefs need a bigger guy. So might be a little reach, but I'm going to draft Rasheed Rice.
Lucky guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not bad.
We'll go 3rd round here. Same two that Whitey had.
Yeah.
Again, I don't think corner's a need for us. Running back's a little early. If anything, safety might be a good option. Or edge. So I went Chauncey 1st round. That's interior. I don't want to go Kobe Turner again. So I'm going to go Jomo here. No, that'd be interior again. Isaiah McGuire's looking pretty good. Or do we just go, I don't know. Shoemaker might be a good tight end worthy pick, but I think I'm going to go Isaiah McGuire here. Get another guy opposite of Carl Loftus because we let Frank Clark go. Edge is definitely a need.
Nice. Good picks.
They do love the Missouri boys lately.
For sure.
Cedric Tillman fell to me, the 63rd pick, so I am snagging that boy real quick. A lot of the hype. I think Tillman is a pretty good player, to be fair.
Yep.
So I went Jones first rounds, Tillman 292. Yeah. Isaiah McGuire still there, 6. The Deuce may be loose here in KC sometime soon. We'll see.
Too early for me, man.
Yeah, it's pretty early.
Can you imagine Pacheco and Deuce though? That'd be kind of sick.
Man,
that'd be
be
crazy.
kind of nice.
Thunder and lightning.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I think their secondary is pretty. Got a lot of young guys, and I think with Mr. McGuire, so we'll. Whitey, heading back to you. Let's see.
All right, let's mosey on down yonder. So, got a 4th rounder. Corian Bennett, another Maryland guy falling off the board before we could get our hands on him. But we got, what did I do here? Oh, there we go. All right. So I got this Kobe Turner guy falling down to us a bit. Like the KJ Henry option, Clemson edge guy. They know how to usually tend to pan out pretty well. There's the old Deuce. I think we are looking at Kobe Turner here. Seen him going in a couple other mock drafts some Ravens guys were doing, so we're going to go there. Get some more beef on the D line. A little bit smaller guy, but we will go that route. And yeah, I do have one in the 5th, so kick it back over to Brian.
All right. All right. B122. What are we doing?
Kind of filled our needs with our interior D line, defensive end, and our receiver. So it's kind of good for anywhere here. I do like Deuce, but I feel like 4th round's a little early. So I'm just gonna beef up the O line again, or the D line. We're gonna go with Jomo here. Beef up another guy. Get some youngins on the D line.
Yeah, 134
stuff from Chris Jones showing the ways.
What do you got with the? Okay, he's taking out. I'll actually skip over to. I think I'm gonna creep down with. Let's see, where did he go? Kobe Turner. I think they take him. I'm gonna go KJ Henry out of Clemson. And then Xavier Hutchinson of Iowa State.
That'll work.
How many more spots we got?
We're dwindling here. I got, let's see, what am I at now? I got this pick and I got the 199th. Say again?
What have you already filled yet?
Yeah, I got this one and one more after that. So right now, I like the Eli Ricks, get another corner. Just try to get him into the system. Alabama guy, can't really go wrong there. It would appear there's some value with this Anthony Johnson Jr. guy falling, but we're pretty loaded at safety right now. Marcus Williams and my boy Kyle Hamilton. So,
yeah.
Fahoko. See what else we got here. Oof, wouldn't mind this guy. Dorian Thompson Robinson. Just maybe add him into the mix just for if things go haywire. But I'm gonna.
It could be nice.
Ride with my
He was
boy
fun to
Lamar,
watch.
but this dude, he could. Wondering how he'll pan out.
I don't know.
We shall see. 23, 6'2", 203.
Yeah.
Somebody will take him, but curious to see where he goes. But how many picks you got left?
We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 left.
God.
We got 10. We got 10 total picks.
Yeah, you might have to. I'm gonna take
in the draft to be fair.
Yeah, that's great. I'm gonna take Eli Ricks, and then I'll probably have you rattle off a few here and save me for when you get to the 6th round or so.
All right. So filled. We got wide receiver. We got a edge. DeJuan Jones was in the first rounds. Would have liked Trey Palmer, to be fair. He didn't drop down that far. Their edge. I think we'll. Yeah, and to be fair, I mean, at this point, I don't really have too many ideas of who these folks are.
Yeah, splitting hairs here at the end.
I think, I mean, that's why I'm a nurse and not a GM. So, I mean, I think you're gonna. I think you'll probably go safety coverage. I'll sneak this in here real quick, and then I know we got a few guys. Dang. Did Puka go? Where's he? So this guy,
BYU boy.
Puka. I won't take him yet, but I'm gonna look for him to sneak in the later draft or later part of the draft. I mean, I guess thinking about the don't need a fullback. We got 4 tight ends, so one of those dudes can do something there. Quarterback, running back could be in the mix here now as well. And I don't know any of these names.
Was that Puka? Was he going drafted in your other ones you guys did? At some point? Was he ranked?
He was pretty late, to be fair, but he's 6'2", 201.
Did he get hurt?
He looks like a good player, I think.
Yeah.
but
Be pretty cool to see him do well.
We'll see. I think we'll. Yeah, I don't know if he can go for any of those guys here just yet. I mean, if you're gonna, may snag this John Gaines here.
John Gaines the second.
Round 6. Round 6 this late.
Taking a risk. Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah.
Nothing crazy.
Oh
hopefully
gosh, special guest appearance.
What's up, baby?
Man. That baby is not happy.
She wants to make some picks.
249. Taking a bit of a. Yeah, she probably better
some
off than me,
picks,
to be
Dad.
fair.
All right, let's see.
Phillips. Yeah, let's see. We'll creep back over to you here real quick.
Let's see what we're working with here. All right, so this will be our last pick if this all pans out the way we plan it. So just looking for, probably just end up taking some value here, but we'll scroll down. There's old Mr. Bennett way down yonder. Interested to see if anybody takes him just to stash away, and 25-year-old, older than a lot of current NFL players. So he's got experience for sure.
I mean, he could take Huntley's job pretty quick, right?
Whoa. Nope, Snoop's the man. Snoop was a 2-yard terrible play call, QB sneak away from beating the Bengals in the playoff game, putting that game on ice. So he can do the job. So I'll just run through this. I can recap our draft, or the Ravens draft here in this one, see how things went. We
just checked
all our boxes to see. So looks like we did
bad.
Good. Trying to figure out overall draft grade A. So got Jordan Addison, filled that, throwing him in the mix with OBJ and Bateman should work out pretty well. Like the way that'd be looking. Got Trevius Hodges Tomlinson. Get him on opposite side of Marlowe. And then so I think we did pretty well here. Hopefully, I hope we take a wide receiver if we don't make any other moves before Thursday or on draft night. I don't know how. Patrick Queen, he's really, really good linebacker for us. Not sure. There's talks of him potentially being dealt at some point. He would actually free up some room a little bit, give us some more money to work. Not much, but a little bit. If we could deal him, maybe get some more picks potentially, or, if we're going to try to trade for another receiver, he's pretty good trade bait per se for a team that's needing another linebacker. That might leave us a little thin, but we've always done pretty well at filling those gaps in the middle of the defense. Got Roquan, obviously, so he can get the next guy dialed in. I'd hate to see Queen go because I like him, but not sure we'd be able to. He's due up for some money, not this year, but definitely next year. So if we can like to keep him one more year and then try to deal him, but I think we could get, with how short we are on draft capital this year, this might be our window to try to offload him. Like I said, hopefully we don't. Love the guy, but that is a route that we could potentially go on draft night. Last year made a big splash with the Marquise Brown deal. Got us that extra first rounder.
Yep.
Ben Cleveland, Kyle Hamilton, I think, is who we got for that trade. But our first pick, he hardly played, had a pretty big injury. So hopefully, offensive line can get boosted up a little bit next year, and
So you said
hopefully
that
it's the lock.
the backroom staff, the medical staff got changed up.
Yeah, new strength conditioning guys. Some great, they did that league survey, and Ravens were
Mhm.
just dust in the strength and
Yeah.
conditioning. Just guys that had been in the system or got hurt while they were there. Something wasn't right. Seems kind of silly that you got these guys at the top level of football
Yeah.
here to try to get
And
these guys
everyone's getting
groomed
hurt,
up,
right?
and seemingly there's something wrong. Something was not happening that should have been happening. What that was, stretching, warm ups, overexertion. Yeah, I don't know what it was,
Mhm.
but there was a common. Everyone had the same thing to say, so hopefully we'll be looking
Yeah,
good there.
that's the Pits. And 2 years ago, they were riddled with Ravens were riddled with injuries before we even started.
Yeah, the whole preseason, Marcus Peters went
How
down.
how deflating is that?
Oh, it's sad, man. Yeah, coming to the season ready to roll. Yeah, last year, 2 years ago, Marcus Peters went down, and I think Gus Edwards. There's two players that went down like the same practice with like season-ending injuries.
Mhm.
Gus, J.K. went down in a preseason game. Gus went down. Peters went down. Yeah, that was a tough year. Very disappointing. Like to get a full season out of Bateman. He seems he's
Yeah,
definitely got 2 years down and hasn't really done much. Definitely shown some bright spots. Miami game last year gave him a little quick slant and he just took off. Like that's what we're looking for. Just need to keep him on the field,
hmm
get him the ball in his hands, and hopefully make some magic happen.
yeah, that's fair. Um, how okay? I guess a measure of how sure you are about the Ravens wide receivers. Are you taking any of
Say it
them?
again. The overs or
Uh,
receivers?
are
Baltimore
are
receivers.
are you taking any of the receivers in Baltimore in
I have
fantasy?
faith in the receivers and Mark Andrews. He's due for a bounce back year. Just the whole situation, Lamar missing, and just all the Roman talks. Just some of the analysts. I'd see videos, the route combinations. You got three guys within a 5 yard radius on half the field. Just
Mhm.
got to do better than that. So hopefully, Todd Monken's the answer. Seems like he knows what he's doing. And actually, there was some interesting stuff. I guess he was in Cleveland briefly while OBJ was there, and before we got OBJ, before that was even potentially a thing, they kind of asked him about him because there was rumors. This was in March maybe or soon after we hired Todd in, but before we landed OBJ, they asked about him and nothing but good things to say. Hard worker, good talent, all that kind of stuff. So they have a
Yep.
little bit of a relationship, and I think they had 1,000 yard season for him. Doesn't seem like that was possible when he was at the Browns, but he did put up some numbers, and Jarvis Landry's did good there too. Both of them in the same season. So if we can do whatever they did in Cleveland, just get guys in the right spots, get them in space. That's kind of the name of his game. So I kind of envisioning like obviously not we don't have Hill and Waddle, but OBJ and Bateman, Mark Andrews. We can get these guys in space.
Yeah.
Duvernay, hopefully, get him in there too, and get some yak.
Yeah. I think one interesting thing that I had seen OBJ 25% about of his touchdowns have come in the first 25 games. Same thing with yardage. I mean, yeah, he has kind of been riddled with injuries, but I think, like you said, Rams loved him.
Mm-hmm.
He got dapped up by someone from the Cleveland office and at some outing that they had going on too. So here just recently, people love him. It's just a matter on the field. 2 ACLs. I mean,
Yeah, I'm just hoping that.
he can still
Hopefully
separation.
he's still quick and just doesn't get hurt again, mainly, and get good production out of him. My semi-bowl prediction or my goal for the season, that Lamar, I think he's capped at like 3,500-ish passing yards. MVP season, I think he had 3,500.
Yep.
And 1,000 on the ground. I think he can get to 4K, but if you just think about all his receivers, it's just been tough. Like if we could get somehow bold statements, 1,000 from Bateman, 1,000 from OBJ. This is like an ideal balanced passing offense. We're running it down their throat. The high motion, guys in space, passing, play action pass. Like, I don't know. It'll be a lot of yards after the catch. 1,000 for OBJ, 1,000 for Andrews. That's 3,000. And then, if he can get to 4,000, that'd be pretty awesome. But got to get him signed up and hopefully come around. And I think he wants to be a Raven. Ravens want to keep him around. We just need to dot the I's and cross the T's, per se.
Yeah, just needs to put the pen to paper, to be fair. I mean, I hope they do well. I think Lamar Jackson deserves the dough. I just don't know if he deserves the dough in the AFC. You got to run through like 8 freaks. I mean, you add Rodgers to the mix now too. So Josh Allen, Rodgers, Burrow, Mahomes. I don't know if I count Herbert for anything, to be fair. I don't think he's done anything. We saw San Diego just absolutely mess the bed in the postseason. Trevor Lawrence is up and coming, so he's kind of in the same boat as Herbert too, though. Maybe just kind of flip flopped in regards to hype. I am a big believer in Deshaun Watson. I mean, Deshaun Watson was putting up stats before all his troubles came. He's still going to play. They're paying him $250 million, so why wouldn't he?
Get a full off season, see if he can get back to his old ways. I hope he doesn't, because I need him to be bad so the Ravens can have a shot in the division. But a lot of interesting angles to observe. But like I said, if you don't have a quarterback in the AFC, you're just pretty much toast. And got to try to stay competitive. But I'll just be honest, it's the Chiefs to lose. And if you can't keep up with Mahomes, or if it's Mahomes and Reed and, literally insert name Kelsey and then insert name here for receiver, I don't know, Tony could have a big year. I think it should be more of the same to come for a while for Kansas City fans. And sadly, the same fate it's going through Kansas City, Arrowhead.
Yeah.
But still got to play the games. Never know.
Still got to play the game.
Still got to play the games and try to do what you can with what you have.
Yeah. I mean, we saw the Titans take him to overtime with Malik Willis. Malik Willis was terrible that game. Houston, Davis Mills, I think they got close as well. And then Colts beat them. So I think they had 17 games within like 7 points, the Chiefs did. So, they're good at managing the game, but even so, we'll see. Gonna sneak over to back to this. I'm gonna go Scott Matlock, big boy from Boise, 6'4", 300. We're gonna snag him.
That'll work.
And then I'm hoping Puka. We'll see. Did he go? Yeah, he went. Where did he go to? These scumbags, man. He left pretty
Wow.
pretty
Yeah, he
quickly
went a little bit
afterwards.
early.
So
There he is.
yeah,
Falcons.
yeah. I think I'm gonna take Muhammad Ibrahim, and then yeah, we'll go. I think we'll go Mathis to end it all off, maybe.
You're taking Nebraska
Yeah,
guy.
yeah. I
For
hate
Fisher.
Nebraska, but for Fisher,
And Remy.
I couldn't get Trey Palmer, so we'll get Fisher. Let's see this awful draft.
D-.
To be fair, yeah, I don't really know any of these guys. I can't believe that. That's
That could
crazy.
be worse.
Cedric Tillman, I think he's gonna have the better prospect out of I think that was it though. In regards to the draft, young Brian was a casualty of a young teething toddler. So he everyone missed out on Brian because he would have had infinite more knowledge than I would have. So I'm sorry
he's
for everyone that hung around for this. But yeah, we're gonna have Adam on. Pauhan is gonna be back in action here on Thursday as well. We got Matt, Cranch, Beard, and myself, and man, I can't wait for the draft. I hope Kansas City just really shows out. We have a lot to show for in Kansas City, and I really hope that people come in, they get some good beer, they get some good barbecue, enjoy the city.
Come check it
It's
out.
supposed to be decent. Thursday is going to be a little bit rainy, but 60s I think over the weekend. We'll see. Kind of a gearing up for the World Cup. We'll see. We'll see if the infrastructure fits. I don't know.
Test run. Very small test
Yeah.
run.
We'll see. Adam, you got anything?
Got nothing, man. Thursday should be fun. See some crazy draft night trades and moving up, moving down on the board, and see which one of these quarterbacks go where. And should be pretty getting be preseason, and then we ready to roll.
Bold prediction from you come draft night. What do you think? How many trades do you? How many trades do you think we have in the first round?
On the first night?
How many? Yeah, and how many
first round
prediction?
I don't know. I feel like we could see 2 to 3 trades possibly.
Okay.
I mean, I like. I think nothing real crazy as far as bold predictions go, but Anthony Richardson. Really curious to see where he ends up and how he's potentially. Is it a team that takes him as a backup and kind of gets him dialed in down the road, or is it going to be one of these desperate teams that tries to make a move up and maybe they pass on him and then try to come back and get him later? A couple teams got a couple first round picks, so kind of interested to see how they move those around to get what they need. But yeah, should be super exciting. Bold prediction for you?
I think Anthony Richardson goes number 2. He doesn't. I think the Vikings would up. I think Kirk Cousins is his last year.
Yeah.
I think Vikings could snag him. I think Arizona is probably going to drop out, or they're going to drop back. I wouldn't be surprised if Philly does too. I think Chiefs are going to move up. I think they're going to try to make a splash and make it. I think they're going to try to get KC pretty hyped up.
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
I think they move up low 20s again. So I think Veach was trying to throw people off here in a recent interview, talking about going back, but I think they go up and try to snag someone, make sure they get someone.
Happen.
We'll see.
Fun
we got T-minus 2 days. Wait. So hope everyone had a good night. Adam, thanks for joining us.
Appreciate it.
I hope everything works out for the Ravens.
I appreciate that. I can tell that's a genuine statement, and I hope so too.
To be fair, Yeah, I do hope so. I think OBJ may have been silly money. If it keeps Lamar around, I think that's money where. So we'll find out. All right, everyone.
Beautiful. All right. We'll see you
Boy the
Thursday.
Beard. Well, Boyo and Adam Beard had to leave us. So hope everyone takes it easy, has a good night, and we'll catch you on Thursday for the big draft. Take care, everyone.
Let's do it.